G'day guys, I'm Annika, and normally I would say these are my guinea pigs, but I'm going to change this channel to be called Annika's Animals instead. So I'm Annika. I need to change my introduction as well. Tell me in the comments down below what that should be. Today we are going to go and hopefully catch a rabbit. So yesterday, last night, there was a post on Facebook that said that somebody saw a rabbit, active, like running around the streets, and they couldn't catch it, but, they posted that, is anyone looking for a pet rabbit? Has anyone lost it? And posting some photos and stuff. And I said, I'll go over there and try and catch it. But unfortunately, my body was not ready that morning to get up and out of bed. And there's no point in me being a slug around. So because of all that, I'm going to head over at about 4 o'clock. This is because rabbits are crepuscular, which means that they are most active at dawn at dusk. So this rabbit is probably going to be sleeping and hiding, in the middle of the day, and will come out at about 4, 5, 6, depending on, what sort of rabbit it is. I mean, it is a domesticated rabbit, so you never know. She could have a completely different clock depending on what she's adapted to. I mean, my bunny is definitely not crepuscular. But we'll see how we go. So I'm going to go there at 4 o'clock and just see how I go. It might just be that I set up some food traps and then nothing happens for an hour. And it might just be that nothing happens at all, that she doesn't turn up, and that I just have to come back the next day and see what happens. And also, because no one has offered to help, I mean, I understand that people are busy, people have work, but no one has offered to help, and therefore I have no one to help me at nighttime, and I shouldn't really be alone at nighttime, so I will have to head home when it starts getting dark, which is a bit frustrating, because when they saw the rabbit was at 9 o'clock, when it's really dark, and I'll probably have to head home before 9 o'clock. And so I just really hope this rabbit decides to get out of its hiding spots and, start exploring. When I turn up there, hopefully we can catch it, get it to a safe place, and then hopefully locate its owners, or if the owners dumped it, which would be really sad, but makes sense since it's just after Easter and this sort of thing is going to happen. That's just reality. So if that happens, then I can find a good home for it, which is nice, and it's fun to do. It's nice to meet fun people and give them their dream pet. So yeah, hopefully it'll all work out. Pray for me, pray for this bunny, and we'll see what happens. I'll do another video about why you need to catch rabbits when they're running around the streets, and the difference between a domesticated rabbit and a wild rabbit, what you should do. There's 2 different ones depending on your country and whatever. But right now I'll just show you how to catch a rabbit, or my attempt. This could be a good how to catch a rabbit, and this could just be a blog of a sad thing that goes on forever. We'll see. So one of the first things you need is something like this, a carry cage, something to transport them in once you do catch them, something to lure them into that has a lid. I have a lid for this that closes really easily and locks on, and no animal can get through. For example, you wouldn't want to get one of these, which is a bit broken and has broken easily, and doesn't have a handle. You want to get something that you can close quickly and will stay closed, no matter how much the rabbit fights to get out of it. And you want to get it that you can pick it up and calm down the rabbit easily and get the rabbit out easily without it having a chance of escaping. So like with this one has thing, you just click open and this opens. That way I can pick up the rabbit like this. And yes, the rabbit can jump out and run away. But it is much easier for a domesticated rabbit to get them from above than if you're doing it from here, where they have most of the access. So it's great if you can find one with a lid at the top as well. And that's, so you'll lure them in through this way, and then when you have to get them out, you get them out through this. And they won't even know that this opens. Hopefully. The other thing you're going to need is this. A good rabbit harness. Yes, this is chewed on a little bit, but it is still workable. A good rabbit harness that fits the rabbit that you know. If you can't see the rabbit, then if you don't know what the rabbit looks like or the size of this rabbit, then bring multiple harnesses of multiple sizes, you know, like a rat one, just in case it's a baby or has babies. And then you want to put it on, and then you want to get a leash or something like that and attach it to it, so that if it does jump out of the cage, you can tie the leash to the cage, and so if it tries to jump out, you can stop it. Because the last thing you want to do is get this rabbit, you know, catch it, and then it runs off again, and then it learns from its mistakes from getting caught, and then doesn't let itself get caught again, and then dies in the wild. So, once you caught this rabbit, you want to have this rabbit stayed caught. That's very important. You don't want to just teach them how not to get caught. Because that's what these experiences can sometimes do. Rabbits are smarter than you think. Now, why I've got all this stuff in here, I'm sorry that this is not nice to look at, but why this is already a used one is important, because rabbits will want to either take someone else's territory, or if they are a undesexed male, which they turn out to be a lot of the time, they will want to come in and say, oh, where's this female? Even if this female is desexed, which is my situation. Yeah. So they'll want to come in more if there's another rabbit sent in, unless they're babies. If they're babies, they probably know to back off other rabbits, and that they have no chance fighting for their territory, and they have no, you know, desire to get the female. So if you know that they're babies, then, you know, clean it all out and just use it as normal. You can see that this is used by rabbits in training because it has so many tissues from wiping up here and putting it in. Another good thing to bring that I haven't seen any other YouTubers do, but I think it's a good idea, to bring your own rabbit. Right now, my own rabbit is hiding in her new favourite spot. I have trained her to tell her the fence means stop, so she's just found this place where it's really hard for me to get to her. Yeah, say hi. She has her collar on, so if she does get out, she will, you know, people will just be able to pick her up. She's very well trained. If you have a new rabbit that's not well trained, do not bring them. Like, I'm not going to bring my friend's rabbit, obviously because she's my friend's and not mine, but also because she is, you know, she could run away at any time. She's not completely trained. She's a bit unpredictable. But Honey knows to stick with me. Honey knows that I'm the safest place. Honey knows to, you know, walk up to humans and not to run away. So she won't spend, so even if he does, you know, get out of my hands, and like when I'm trying to catch another rabbit, if she runs into the bushes to help, and then doesn't come back, she will come back to me soon, because she will find another human who will then find me. So she knows how to do these stuff. Obviously, if you're taking your own rabbit, you are putting it at risk of getting lost. So just be prepared for that. But and try and do it responsibly. Make sure that if you do this, that you have a good collar that is not choking them, but they cannot try and take it off, because when they try and take it off, that can also choke them. So, a good collar that you know how to put on, and also try and have a harness and a lead for them, just in case. Yeah, so multiple harnesses and leads and a rabbit. Female rabbits are always good, because, and she is desexed, so if it goes too far, nothing bad will happen. The desexing does mean that the males will be slightly less attracted to her, but whatever. So she will also kind of tell the rabbit it's okay more than a human would, because probably this rabbit is scared of humans since it hasn't been caught, so it will see, oh, there's another rabbit, and will want to walk up to it, either to say this is my territory, or to say, oh, hello female, or to say, hey, what you doing here? What's going on? Something else to communicate with is very helpful for a rabbit that is lost and confused and in another environment. So that is why I'm going to bring my rabbit honey. The thing you want to bring is treats. Obviously rabbits will not have treats in the wild, so they will hopefully come straight to you once they see the treats. They will be a big thing when it comes to catching a rabbit. So you'll need an apple, good apple. Apples are normally a good thing. I know this is a bit stereotyping, but carrots are a good treat. I know I said treat there. That's what I'm gonna bring. I'm also gonna bring a nice good banana. And I'm gonna bring them all in a container just in case they don't get used. You don't know what the bunnies' favourites actually are. So we'll see. So that way they won't just get wasted and they can go back in the container. And yeah. I know this is a bit of a stereotype, but it's always good to grab carrots. Obviously don't let the bunny eat the whole carrot because that would be too much sugar, but bunnies do like carrots. Despite stereotypes. Well, normally. You never know what their favourite treat is going to be, so bring as much vegetables as you can and put them all in a container. So if you open a banana to get the sound trigger and then they end up not eating it, you can always just put it back in the container and that way it won't be wasted. I unfortunately don't have any vegetables because I am low on money at the moment. I mean, I can't choose the veggies that I have, so right now all I have is really celery as my vegetable, but kale is always great. Everybody loves it and it's very healthy for them, so it's great to bring vegetable. I might also bring some broccoli. I've got some broccoli and a lot of bunnies love broccoli. So I've got the food, as you can see in there. There's apple, carrot, banana, celery. I've got all the rabbit stuff. I've got my raincoat because it's a rainy day. I've got the cage with all the closing things, some hay. And I've got honey over here. So as Mario says, let's go! Let's go! Okay, so it's day 2 on the bunny rescue, the free bunny rescue. Yesterday, I was just so tired and I didn't get ready soon enough, and so I ended up getting out there at about 6, and then I didn't see the bunny, and so I just kind of walked around all around there, and I found out it's right near a walk where there's all these cliffs and all these places to hide, which I guess is good so the bunny can survive longer, but it also means that like it's harder to find her, and you know eventually a predator's gonna find her or him sooner, you know, better than me. So yeah, this is not gonna be an easy one, but hopefully this is a rabbit that's used to humans and will, once Honey's hopping around, they'll come out. It was also pouring down with rain half the time, so it makes sense it didn't come out then. I was hoping it was a bunny like Honey who didn't really mind the rain, or you know, sat really still when the rain came. That's what Honey does. Or that, you know, that the rain would just go away. But, you know, every time I thought, okay, the rain's over now. I think if I just wait a little longer, soon enough, the rain will come out. It started raining again. And, like, by 8 o'clock, I was, like, miserable. It was raining. I was tired. I still had all my stuff. Like, I don't have a car, so I had all my stuff strapped to me. It was all heavy. And then so I just went to get a hot chocolate at a pub and I realised that I didn't have my wallet. So, yeah, it wasn't a good day for me. And luckily, friends were nearby and were able to give me a lift back home. So I wasn't too, like, down in the dumps in tears or anything, but this stuff is hard. This is depressing, especially when there's no one with you. Even just having someone with you, even if they're not really helping, can like be a lot. Just someone to say, yeah, you're doing the right thing. And a lot of you guys on Facebook have been saying that, which is really good. And I just have this, and I just can't sleep, you know. So it's 6 o'clock in the morning and I've decided to go out early, and try and get this bunny, and if not, I'll just come back at like 9 and try and catch some actual sleep, and then come back later, see how we go. Hopefully the rain stays away so the bunny can come out. So here we are out in fresh water looking for the rabbit. As you can see, there's lots of grass, lots of places for it to hide. We're kind of near the edge of a cliff here, so it's going to be very hard to catch this rabbit if we get a chance to catch it. You can see there's the busy road that it crossed before, and somebody saw it crossing, and there's all the cliffs. Yeah, it's not a good place for a rabbit to be, and it's going to be really hard to find this rabbit. Hopefully Honey will attract her out soon. So by about like 8 o'clock it started pouring down with rain, and so by like 8:30 we started heading home. You know, the rain wasn't going to go away, which is a shame. I think this rain is going to stay for like the whole week, which is like really depressing. I mean, Honey wasn't happy with the rain. She was all soaked and shivering, and I feel so sorry for her. I really should have brought my umbrella and helped her out a bit. But she's fine now. As you can see, she's still a bit wet, but she's much happier now. But just thinking about this bunny who doesn't get to go inside and, you know, have all this warm stuff to cuddle up with, and it's all alone in the cold and with the predators and stuff, it just makes my heart go out. We really want to rescue this rabbit. So, hopefully this rain will go away and we can go back to rescuing, but it looks like now that we just have to put the
put it out on Facebook, get it out, get the word out, raise awareness, and hope for the best, and, you know, pray for this bunny. So, please pray for him or her. Honey, stop chewing that. You have your own tooth to wait. Yes, doesn't hurt. And see what happens till then. And there's no real point in me going out and finding them at the moment because they're hiding because of the rain. It's been, like, from what I've seen, which is nothing, they definitely, you know, don't come out when it's raining, so there's no point. And I'll just have to wait until the rain stops, even if that takes like a week, which is, yeah, I really hope that this bunny survives all this and that we can still rescue them and still, you know, have a chance at a happy life. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please share this video. Please pray and pray for us and share awareness. Yeah. These guys are doing some really cute things right now.